Welcome back, guys. We are going to take apart and clean up this old Black Knight. It's a Knight LK-93 model muzzle loader. Load it through the front, hence the word muzzle loader. But this one has a scope on it, which is not unusual. A lot of them did. And it has a breech plug in it, and in that breech plug is a nipple, and that nipple has a little tiny hole in it, and you put a little cap on it like the old cap guns that you had as a kid. And this assembly back here is essentially the hammer, which is released by the trigger, and it slams against that little cap and sends the sparks up into this breech chamber here and ignites that black powder. So you load it from the front with black powder, push a wadding in and a projectile or a ball. You use this ramrod that's on it to shove all that stuff down in there. Now the thing on this one though is this is my dad's gun, and I don't know how he left it, but to discharge these things you usually shoot them. That's the only way to kind of get the powder out. At least that's the normal way to do it. I don't think he did that. I think he left it loaded all the time and just removed the cap. He might have even double loaded it. Sometimes people do that. If they forget or they're not sure if they have it loaded, they'll put another round of black powder and another wadding and a ball in there and double load it. So hopefully he didn't do that, but that's possible. So we are going to take this apart very carefully and make sure it's pointed in a safe direction. And you all, on this particular one, you have to have this breech bolt tool here. There is just no way, you'll see, there's no way to get it out without this. It's got a special thing on each end. One is to remove the nipple, and the other end is to remove the bolt. It's going to be stuck in there, so we're going to have to be real careful when we get to that. But let's just go ahead and start taking this thing apart. Looks like I was wrong about this being a LK-93. I found this owner's manual and also this pamphlet here that was with all of his stuff for this gun. And as you can see, that is a MK-85, which is significant because that was the first year that Tony Knight invented this rear igniting breech plug that has this nipple in it. So that is what started the whole black powder revolution. I didn't make that up. You can go check that out yourself. So that is wicked cool. But also I learned that MK stands for Michelle Knight, which was his daughter. So he named all of these model numbers with her initials. So that's where the MK comes from. Didn't know that, but that was cool to learn. So quite a privilege to be working on this particular gun. So let's get back to the action. Take the scope, slide that off, get that out of the way, and we're gonna flip it over. Stock. Comes out. I'm gonna go ahead and take this ramrod out there, and then another bolt here. Same. Notice that kind of pop forward. That's a little dangerous. I don't have a cap in there, but that's the kind of stuff that you want to watch out for. I'm not sure why that's not. Okay, had to release that. This is the trigger assembly. We're going to look at that later. I'm not really sure how that works. I'm going to pull the hammer assembly out there. We'll look at that later too. Now we're kind of down to, I can tell by looking at this, I'll show you that it's kind of dirty in there. I don't think he ever really cleaned some of these guns, but kind of dirty. But you can see what I was talking about. That's the nipple there. Go ahead and put this on here, and probably going to need a little bit of pressure here to unwind it. That. Take that out. That is our nipple. You can see, like we said, it's got a little tiny pinhole in the middle, and the cap goes on that. Now I'm just gonna tap this a little bit and see. Oh yeah, there you go. See that black powder coming out of that already, so we know that that's what's in there. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and just try to get as much of this out as I can. Got it secured in our vise here. Try this. I'm probably going to have to use something a little bit more robust than the screwdriver, because I feel like it's going to bend the screwdriver. But we'll try it. Yeah, that's doesn't feel too good. Let's get something a little bit stronger. Going to use a steel punch here. They don't bend. With a cheater bar, use a little leverage. And again, want to be real careful because we got some live black powder in there. What this breech plug looks like. Real simple thing in there. Wasn't really much left in there, was it? So I'm just going to kind of work this in here and see if I can feel it. There's definitely powder in there that's stuck. I'm trying to get as much of this powder loosened out as I can. There you go. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm going to suck all this up. Okay, so now we got all that out, so I'm going to try to use this ramrod, and I'm going to see if I can force the ball out. Actually, you know what we're going to do first? Just to be safe, remember I thought I said, maybe I didn't, that sometimes people accidentally double load these things, so it means that they're not sure that it's loaded, or they forget they loaded it. For whatever reason, they put another charge of black powder in it, another wadding, and another ball on top of the other one. So I'm just gonna check this and see what this looks like. There we go. That's kind of hitting the top. So if I mark where that is, and then we mark how far that went down. Sorry guys, you couldn't see that. I just marked where this came all the way through, and then I'm gonna go the opposite way to where that's bottoming out. And then if I look here, and there is zero chance that this is double loaded. So you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna go ahead and run a little patch down on this with a little lube before I do this, so that when we tap it out, it won't be a battle all the way down the barrel. Looks like we've already got some patches here. These things are ancient. Not a very snug fit, and doesn't really need to be, but we're just going to kind of work this down in here to free up anything that might be in there. But I don't want to beat on this very much. This is soft brass. It's going. watch the end of this barrel, because that's where the projectile is going to come out, and there it is. And there we go. You got the little wadding on it that went in there, and the projectile. Spent probably about 30 minutes with some bore cleaner and a 20 gauge brush and a bunch of patches, and finished it with a little bit of oil, and then dried it with a dry patch. Did the best I could, but it's definitely got quite a bit of rust in there, more than I was hoping, but best we can do. So now we are gonna put it back together, which is essentially the reverse procedure. One thing I'll say though is I went ahead and cleaned these threads really good, as well as the threads that are inside the breech, and you know, that way it doesn't stick. And then also made sure that this is cleaned out, that little hole in there. You don't ever want to put oil or anything like that on this. I've heard of people, you know, doing dry fires of their primers, you know, because it gets clogged with oil, but you should never have to do that. That means you didn't take all this out when you cleaned the barrel. So anyway, that's cleaned up pretty good. So we're gonna just reverse the procedure here with our tool and put this on here like this. Definitely goes in a lot easier than it was coming out. Then next is our breech nipple, breech plug nipple. Then the hammer assembly here, I put just a very light coat of oil around this. It doesn't, none of this really needs to have any kind of, you know, overkill lubrication. It's really intended to be mostly dry but not rusting. So that's all we need to do on that. That's going to go in here like this. And then we've got our trigger assembly. And you don't want to screw this all the way in just yet. Just leave it free, and it'll make the trigger easier to put in. If you look at this, there's a little bit of a Allen screw there, a little set screw, and I suppose that can be used to set your trigger sensitivity. Basically, let it allow it to go forward versus backward, but we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to put this in. Tighten it down like that, and then to kind of test the action, we'll go ahead and screw the hammer assembly in like this, and then this is the safety here, and this little red mark right there, that means it's ready to fire. So what they call a second safety is if you screw that all the way up like that and then you pull the trigger, it only popped up to there. So let's look at that again. So if I pull the trigger, notice it only came up that far. If I pull it back and then I untwist this all the way back with the red showing, and then I fire it, you can see it goes all the way up. So that's working like it should. Now we're going to put this back in the stock. Put this one last screw in here. And there we go. The other thing I'm going to do on this, but I'm going to do another video on it, is these take a little cap that, let's see if I have the old cap here. This one right here, real tiny little thing. It's a little little cap full of powder, and you put it down on that nipple. They're kind of tedious to put on there, but what you can do is you can do a conversion kit and use an ordinary shotgun 209 primer that's been around as long as I can remember. And they're easier to work with and to find, and there's just a little plastic adapter that you put in there, and away you go. But I'll do another one on that. The other thing we need to do is, you don't have to do this, but let's see, we'll go ahead and screw this all the way in. You know, I didn't do that before. Okay, now last thing to do here is we're going to go ahead and clean the scope up a little bit. It's pretty dirty. That'll just take a second, and then we'll put the scope back on. Okay, got our scope cleaned up, and believe it or not, this is actually one of the hardest parts, but this is not really anything to do necessarily with Black Knight stuff. Oh, there we go. That happened quicker than I thought. 2 screws in. And there it is, guys, the famous MK-85 Knight muzzle loader. Unloaded safely, disassembled, cleaned up, put back together, and ready for action. Just need a couple of simple tools, and once again, this is a key tool there. You want to try to make sure you can find one of those if you can. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope this helps you, and we'll catch you on the next one.